There's nothing that the president takes more seriously than the security of the American people. The story that came out tonight, as reported, is false. The president and the foreign minister reviewed a range of common threats to our two countries, including threats to civil aviation. At no time were intelligence sources or methods discussed. And the president did not disclose any military operations that were not already publicly known. Two other senior officials who were present, including the Secretary of State, remember the meeting the same way and have said so. Their on-the-record accounts should outweigh those of anonymous sources. And I was in the room. It didn't happen. Thanks, everybody. Thank you.
Let's go to Kristen Walker on that. Kristen, I think what we're seeing there is someone denying something that wasn't asserted in the news articles, the Times and the Post, starting with the Post. The Washington Post asserted that basically he discussed, gave away operational information about a coming terrorist plot. And actually the identity of the spot where it's going to occur. So there was that kind of information. Nobody ever said that the president gave away the tip, where we got it from, simply what the tip was. I thought that denial was a non-denial denial. Anyway, your thoughts. You're reporting.
I think you're absolutely right. They continue to go back to this wording, sources and methods. That is not what was in the Washington Post report. The Washington Post report states that President Trump relayed classified information that he obtained from one of the United States allies. And you didn't hear McMaster address that very specific issue. He also talked about military operations that were widely known and widely reported. Again, that doesn't deal with what the Washington Post reported, which is that there was information that the president conveyed. I also thought it was significant. You heard H.R. McMaster say, I was there. It didn't happen. So expect him to get a lot of heat, a lot of pressure in the coming hours and the coming days, Chris, to clarify specifically what went down in that meeting. I can't underscore this point enough. This was a meeting that President Trump had with Sergei Lavrov and Kislyak. The Russian media was there. The American media wasn't there. And that is one of the reasons why that becomes a problem. Again, this is yet another explosive headline, frankly, for this administration related to Russia at a moment when they, frankly, can't afford it. The president wanted to be focused on his big foreign trip at the end of the week to be picking a new FBI director. Instead, the focus now on this latest controversy, Chris.